Welcome back to Only a Mark III. I can't believe I've never made a sim racing video on this channel, but we are here today. Today, I've got my track day. We're going to leave on Thursday, but it technically starts on Friday, so that is in approximately 3 days. And I'm going to show you kind of how I prep for that in definitely not like a race car, and definitely not like a race track that's like super popular. So luckily, I've been there a couple times. I know the track. I always practice in the sim beforehand. So I'm just going to kind of show you what we got going on here today. The Spec Miata. Now, I believe my car is pretty similar to a Spec. It's obviously not a Spec, but it does have pretty similar performance, and I do tend to keep up. I don't know what color we want. We'll pick the... But we are going to make a couple of changes. We are going to add about 40 kilos just for like driver weight. I do have another seat in there. There's a couple of things that I haven't taken off that a Spec does have taken off, so... that adds a little bit of realism, and restrictor at about 20%, because this Miata, you can see here, making about 115 wheel. Mine makes about 95. So it's about 20 horsepower less, about 20%. It's close enough. And we will go to the East Track, which we're doing, UMC East Track. You can buy this mod. The official like livery store of Utah Motorsports Campus makes a mod for Assetto. And we're going to freaking get in. So, obviously, not ideal. I don't have, a perfect replica of my wheel or a perfect replica of my car or, anything like that. But this is definitely more than enough to get ready. And we'll kind of go through what goes on in my head a little bit and see maybe what we can learn from this session here. So, not entirely accurate, but again, that's not really what we're going for here. We are going for just... we're not going for learning all of the breaking points. Boo. We're not trying to learn all the breaking points. Obviously, my car's an H pattern. I don't have a shifter, so we're using the paddles. But we're not trying to learn the breaking points. We're not trying to know exactly what line to take, because the sim will always be a little bit different in that regard. But it does kind of get you used to the general layout, the kind of timing of things, what to expect. This is the pit out here. This is actually realistic. This track is a pretty good mod, so. But I do find that this is pretty similar to what my car feels like. So, you kind of just got to play around. I didn't make any of these mods. Just find something that's similar to your car and your setup. Obviously, not going to be exact, but kind of does just let you feel out like the corners, where the braking zones approximately are. Obviously, the cones are a little bit different. Boards are a little bit different, what gear to be in, etc. But so we're not using this to kind of, shave off every tenth that we can, but more just to feel it, right? How does the car feel? What do we expect? Where are the high braking zones? Where are the low braking zones? Where's the momentum going to be carried? Obviously, it depends on track conditions too. Is it wet? Is it raining that day? Is it cold? Is it hot? Assetto does a pretty good job if you know what the conditions are going to be like the day before. But I've run this layout before, so I kind of know where the track goes, what it does, how it feels. It's definitely always helpful to run it in real life first too, before you hop on the sim. That way you're kind of comparing the sim to reality and not comparing reality to the sim when you're there, if you kind of know what I mean. You're not being like, whoa, well, that's not the same in the sim, because that doesn't really matter. What matters is reality. And it's pretty realistic, because I do hit limiter there, and then I don't downshift into this. This is wind up. If you guys haven't been out to Utah, actually a great track. So I definitely recommend going out for an event at UMC. I think they changed the name, actually. So it's a fun track. This is the east layout. The outer and the west layout are definitely more horsepower tracks. So this is the one that the Miata will be the most competitive. What I like to do is to drive a bunch of different cars on the same track, the real life track that you're going to. So that helps you feel like maybe your car in the sim is a little bit underestimated and you can go faster. Maybe you have a little bit more downforce in real life. You know what I mean? It feels a little bit different. It helps you become more adaptable at the track, as opposed to, you're super used to one car on one sim, on one track. I'll kind of run the same track, maybe backwards or a different layout, and just kind of feel it, right? Feel a different car, maybe the same car on a different track. Like, just helps you become more malleable faster when you get to the real life track because it's never going to be the same. And so trying to train for that adaptation is definitely a good thing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That's how I prep for my track days, aside from prepping the actual car. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.